Hi everyone, Lisa Haven here, and I am sure you have heard all over the mainstream lying media that Trump is a traitor and he's sharing classified information. Yeah, that's kind of the idea behind the mainstream media. All this hullabalooga that you're hearing everywhere came from a Washington Post report. Now I'm going to take you to that. The report was titled, "Trump Revealed Highly Classified Information to Russian Foreign Minister and Ambassador." Now it goes on to detail that on May 10th, Donald Trump, the president, met with the Russian Foreign Minister and the Ambassador, Kislyak, and revealed highly classified information about ISIS and Islamic terrorism. Now, here's the real going downs, because you have to remember there is an agenda to discredit Donald Trump. We already know this is something that's happening because they're questioning his mental capacity as well. At the same time as they're doing this, they've continued to falsely push a Russian narrative and blame and say he's a Russian agent, he's a Russian spy, he's not really for the American people. If he was really all about loving Russia, if you will, then why the heck is he a nationalist trying to build up his country? Good question. The bottom line, globalists want President Trump out of office, and they're going to do any and everything to kick him out, to get him out. And it's narrative after narrative and lie after lie. Well, I'm going to show you how this story has been twisted. Check out this report from Breitbart.com titled "Deep State Leaks Highly Classified Information to False News," Washington Post, "in order to smear President Trump." Now, the report goes on to state that U.S. officials supposedly concerned that Trump had shared some highly classified information with the Russian foreign minister and ambassador to the United States last week leaked that information to the Post in an article that was published just Monday. That's yesterday. However, the report admits that it is very unlikely that Donald Trump broke any laws, and that you will find in very small print on the Washington Post. But it goes on to say that as President Trump has broad authority to declassify government secrets, it is very unlikely that he broke any laws. That was in the Washington Times report as well as Breitbart. In addition, his national security advisor, who was at the meeting, told the Post nothing was shared that was not already publicly known. Furthermore, at no time were any intelligence sources or methods discussed, and no military operations were disclosed that were not already publicly known. That was according to McMaster. Now Diana Powell has also come out, the Deputy National Security Advisor for Strategy, and she said that this story is false. The president only discussed the common threats from both countries and the common threats that both countries face. So let's think about this. First of all, we have a Washington Post report, whom we know Washington Post is a lover of Obama and has a Hillary Clinton affair, if you will. But obviously they're a leftist pushing political organization who hates Donald Trump. They've spun the story and took it way overboard and just concocted this big old false news narrative in order to paint Trump in a very bad light. Look, here's the other thing. We have to have dealings with presidents. Presidents have to have dealings with prime ministers and presidents and other leaders in other countries. That's what normally happens. It all happens all the time. Why don't we go scream wolf every time a freaking Democrat meets with the people from Russia? In fact, be told, more Democrats have met with the Russian than any Republicans. Furthermore, even more than President Trump on numerous occasions. Yet they're making it an all-out crime for the president even to talk to the ambassador to Russia, or anyone in Russia for that matter. Now, Donald Trump also weighed in on this on his Twitter page, where he tweeted, and I quote, "As president, if I want to share something with Russia at an openly scheduled White House meeting, public and openly scheduled, which I have the absolute right to to do. Facts pertaining to terrorism, airline flight safety, humanitarian reasons. Plus, I want Russia to greatly step up their fight against ISIS and terrorism. So there you have President Trump himself weighing in on the action. Also, there is a report put out by Infowars.com that states Russia themselves have called Trump's so-called sharing utter nonsense. Now, this report goes on to detail that Russia even weighed in on this and shared beforehand that America would twist it. And I'm going to read to you what it says on her Twitter page. But once again, she is just reporting what has happened and saying this is going to be twisted in the American media, so beware. And I'm going to quote what she says. And this is from Maria Zakharov. Are you guys American newspapers reading again? Don't read them. They can be used in different ways, but there is no need to read lately. It is not only unhealthy, but very dangerous. Just as a reminder, on the 11th of May, I warned that American media in a couple days apparently plan to issue scoop about the meeting of Trump with Lavrov and also Kislyak. True, the idea was to, and yet to be, paint her equally secret photos from the past meeting that was supposed to inject another basically fairy tale aspect into it. But this part of the plan and information campaign were ruined by posting pictures of what you saw. So basically, this is interpreted from Russia, so it's kind of like PC. But if you read kind of what it says, it's just basically she knew about it in advance. They were going to twist the story and blow it out of proportion. And that is exactly what we've seen and are seeing right now. Let's just be blunt. The deep state wants to get rid of President Trump. They want to get rid of anyone who stands on the side of nationalism. If you don't want a new world order, if you don't want a global government, I like that, global government, then you are on the enemy list. You are the bad guy. If you don't like to be brainwashed all the time, well, then you've hit the naughty list of the globalists, and mind you, you are the enemy. And Donald Trump, I honestly believe he's trying to stop that. Now, again, I don't agree with everything the man does. There's a lot of things that I could just slap, want to knock him out for that or this. But there are a lot of things that he does that are also good. Either way, when I see the deep state going against someone, then that gives me a big heads up to say, well, maybe that person is on to something. Either way, keep your eyes open. Make sure you don't follow fake media like the Washington Post, who has now obviously proven themselves to be fake and false over and over and over again. Well, if you like what you heard, please hit that subscribe button, share it on all your social media outlets, give me a thumbs up, but most of all, share it, because this is the only way that the information will actually get out, because with Google and YouTube censorship, well, it's up to sharing. Well, thanks again for tuning in. I'm Lisa Haven, signing out.